This is the real life. You wake up at 6:13 in the morning. You did not set an alarm. You walk to the kitchen. You make coffee. You sit at the window. Your phone buzzes once. $4,200 paid to you while you were sleeping. Not from your contract, not from a sponsorship bonus, from owning. You think about the version of you from 5 years ago, the one who set 3 alarms for training, the one who hated match day mornings because your hamstring was tight again, the one who did not believe this kind of morning existed. You did not get rich. You just hit a number, a specific number. You are 26, a football player, not a superstar, not a rookie, just a professional who makes the squad every week. You have been saving for 2 years, skipping the new boots, driving the loaner car your cousin gave you, eating team catering on Friday nights while everyone else goes to steakhouses. You have $50,000 sitting in your account doing nothing. Most football players would buy a chain or a watch or a table at a club they do not even like. You open your brokerage app instead. You buy a dividend ETF. Something boring, the kind of ticker your teammates have never heard of. At a 4% yield, that $50,000 pays you $2,000 a year. $2,000 that covers your phone bill, your streaming, and your petrol for a full season. It is small. Your teammate sees it on your phone at breakfast. He laughs. He says, $2,000 a year, bro. That's a pair of boots. You say nothing. He spends his weekly wage on a bottle service receipt he will lose by morning. You do something different. The next month, your dividend hits. You do not transfer it to your checking account. You do not buy anything. You click the button that says reinvest. You watch the number of shares go up by a tiny amount. You smile at your phone for the first time this year. Nobody saw it. Nobody needs to. You are not playing their game anymore. You are 29. 3 years have passed. You signed a new contract, nothing crazy. Mid-tier, the kind of deal that does not make headlines. $200,000 sits in the same boring ETF. Most of it from your wages. The rest from dividends you never spent. It pays you $8,000 a year. $8,000. Your car insurance for 2 years. A long weekend away with money left over. You do the math on the team bus after a loss. You realize something. Every time you fill up your tank, every time you pay your electric bill, every time you buy groceries, someone else is paying for it. Not you. Your shares. You tell nobody. That weekend, your captain gets engaged. The whole team meets at a steakhouse. Your striker orders wine that costs more than your dividend made that month. He raises his glass. He says he just leased a new Range Rover. Everyone claps. You order water. You eat your steak. You smile. On the drive home, your girlfriend asks if something is wrong. She says you have been quiet. You tell her you were just thinking. You do not tell her about the $200 a month lease or the $14,000 a year gone. You say nothing. You just hold her hand at the red light. And for the first time in your life, you feel something most football players never feel. You feel ahead. You are 32. $500,000. The number you used to dream about in the academy. The number your first coach told you changes everything. It does not change everything. It pays you $20,000 a year. $20,000. A full year of rent in most cities. 12 months of not worrying about a release clause or a loan move or a manager who does not play you. You walk through the training ground parking lot on a Tuesday with this thought in your head. Every car here is leased. Every watch here is financed. Every smile here is one bad tackle away from disappearing. You laugh quietly. The young winger next to you does not know why. Then it happens. A teammate texts you that night. He says he found something. A stock yielding 12% pays monthly. He says, bro, 12% on $500,000. That's $60,000 a year. You'd triple your dividend. You open the chart on your laptop. The yield is real. The chart is not. The stock has dropped 40% in 2 years. The dividend looks huge because the price collapsed. This is a yield trap. Every dollar of dividend is being paid out of a bleeding company. The yield will get cut. The price will keep falling. You will lose more than you ever made. You close the laptop. You text him back. You tell him to be careful. He sends a laughing emoji. He buys $20,000 of it that night. 6 months later, the dividend gets cut in half. The stock drops another 30%. He stops talking about it. You keep your boring ETF. You keep getting your $20,000. You keep walking through the parking lot, smiling. The rule at $500,000 is simple. If the yield looks too good to be true, it is. 12% is not opportunity. 12% is a warning. The patient 4% will outlast every shiny 12% every time. You are $750,000. The number nobody at your club knows you have. It pays you $30,000 a year. $30,000. Your car payment, your insurance, your petrol, your rent for an entire year. Every mile you drive in 2026, covered by money you did not concede a single goal for. You realize this on a Tuesday in March, sitting in traffic on the way to the training. The man in the lane next to you is screaming at his phone. His Mercedes is brand new. His face is not. You look at him. He does not look at you. He cannot afford that car. You can see it on his face. You drive a 2018 Toyota paid off 3 years ago. The Bluetooth still works. The seats are still fine. Your car owes you nothing. His car owes him $900 a month for the next 4 years. That night, you check your dividend account. The number is bigger than last month. It is always bigger than last month. You think about something your mother told you when you were 16. She said, "The richest football players I know drive the cheapest cars." You did not understand it then. You understand it now. At $750,000, the math stops being theoretical. It starts paying for things you can touch, things you can drive, things that get you to training. Most football players at 35 have a car payment. You have a car that pays you. You park in your driveway that night. You sit in the car for a minute before going inside. You are not in a hurry anymore. You have not been in a hurry for a long time. You are 38. $1 million. The number that changes how you sleep. It pays you $40,000 a year. $40,000. Rent in most of America. Or a paid-off mortgage in the rest. Groceries, gas, power, internet. The basic shape of a life. This is the famous 4% rule. The number financial planners have used for 30 years. At $1 million invested, you could retire from football tomorrow and not starve. You would not be rich. You would not fly private. But you would not starve. You realize this on a Friday at 4:46 in the afternoon. Your manager walks into the changing room. He is sweating. He needs you to travel for an away game you were not supposed to play in. You used to say yes immediately. But this time you wait 3 seconds. You feel something new. You feel optional. You say yes anyway. But the yes is different now. The yes is a choice, not a reflex. You walk to your car at 9:04 p.m. The parking lot is empty. You sit in the driver's seat for a minute before turning the key. You think about the version of you at 25, the one who opened the brokerage app for the first time, the one who got laughed by a teammate for making $2,000 a year. That teammate still plays here. He has a leased SUV, a second mortgage, an agent who asks where the money goes. You drive home, you eat leftovers, you go to bed at 11. You do not check your dividend account that night. You do not need to. The math is doing what the math does. $1 million does not make you free. But it gives you something most football players never have. It gives you the word no. And no is the most expensive word in the English language. You are 41, 1.5 million. You do not feel different. Your apartment looks the same, your car looks the same, your face in the mirror looks the same, but the number is real. It pays you $60,000 a year, $60,000, a full American salary replaced forever, without stepping on a pitch. You sit at your kitchen table on a Tuesday night, and you do something for the first time in 15 years. You open a tax calculator, you type in $60,000, qualified dividends, single filer, tax year 2026. You hit enter. The screen shows one number, 0. You look it up. It is real. Under $50,000 in dividends, the IRS takes nothing. Your teammates with their signing bonuses lose a third of their paycheck before it hits their account. You will keep every dollar. You sit back in the chair. You do not smile. You do not celebrate. You just sit. You think about the years you played through injuries, traded your hamstrings for taxable income the government took 30% of before you even saw it. This $60,000 is different. This $60,000 is yours. The next morning at training, your manager talks about quarterly goals. You nod. You participate. Nobody knows. You could retire on Monday and your life would not change. Nobody knows the striker next to you who makes 3 times your salary will retire with $2 million less than you will. You walk to lunch alone. You sit on a bench in the sun. You eat a sandwich from home. $1.5 million does not buy a yacht. $1.5 million buys silence. The kind of silence where you sit in a chair on a Tuesday night and realize you do not need anyone's permission anymore. Not your manager, not the IRS, not your past. You are 44, $2 million, it pays you $80,000 a year, $80,000. What the average American retiree actually spends, replaced forever without selling a single share. You do not touch the principal. The principal keeps growing. The dividend keeps paying. You read a headline that morning over coffee. Northwestern Mutual 2026 Planning Study. Americans now say they need $1.46 million to retire comfortably. You read the number twice. You already have more. You sit at the kitchen window with your coffee. The street outside is busy. People driving to jobs, people in traffic, people late for things. You used to be one of them. Running, marking, chasing a ball someone else owned. You think about the version of you at 26, the kid with $50,000 who clicked the reinvest button for the first time, the kid who got laughed at by a teammate over a $2,000 dividend. That dividend grew. That kid grew up. The system did what the system does. You walk to your desk, you open your laptop, you write one email, you tell your agent you are done, you hit send. You do not feel anxious, you do not feel scared, you do not feel anything dramatic. You feel the way you felt on that first Tuesday morning 15 years ago, when $4,200 hit your account while you were sleeping. Calm, quiet, sure. The number Americans say they need to retire. You hit it. And it took you exactly one decision made 15 years ago and never broken. The decision to be patient. When everyone else was buying things they could not afford, you taught your money to work for you. Now you own your mornings forever. This is what patient can bring your life from 0 to millionaire. If you like the concept of this story, please hit the subscribe button, like this video. Thank you.